Yes, we are live. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Chris Johnstone. Yesterday, I recorded a podcast with Jen Conley, and it was a phenomenal episode. It's coming up. We're dropping it in a couple of weeks. So make sure you head on over to loanofficerwealth.com. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. There we go. A little bit of a lag there. And in that episode, Jen has built a massive mortgage company, and the statistics are actually shocking on how many of the loans in her community that she does. Like, she is by far and large the largest as far as market share goes. And we were talking about marketing and how she brings in all of the business. And she runs a radio show as well as does an incredible job with social media and all of those wonderful things. And so I asked her, I said, how is it that you come up with content for all of these things? And it spawned a really interesting conversation. And one of the big takeaways that I had was that in the mortgage industry, everybody is so focused on putting rates out and putting product information out and just the general stuff that you tend to get wrapped up in every day in your business. And the content that is actually engaging to an audience, that's easy to come up with, that you can constantly have around you, are stories. And we talked a little bit about story selling and how we can do that in the mortgage industry. And that led to the conversation of actually telling the story of your clients and using that as your content, but also telling the stories of the marketplace that you are in. Because in the mortgage industry, we all know everybody wants a house. Nobody really wants a mortgage. Yes, people will go out and do their research if they're looking to do a refinance or they're looking to purchase a home, but most people will start with the home process first. So if you're going to engage people, if you're going to get to the consumer and get to the consumer before the realtor so that you control the transaction and you control the customer, it's actually about creating content that is telling the story of real estate in your local marketplace. So there's a number of different types of stories that you can tell in your marketing in order to do consumer direct lead generation, build a better rapport with your past customer database, and attract new realtor referral partners. And that first part of the content is telling the story of your customers, right? Every time you get a closing, looking for the ones where you can tell the story of how you saved the deal or how you structured the deal properly to make it better for the client, or even just talking about the different specific types of customers that you help. So when you close a first-time home buyer, go on and tell the story of that first-time home buyer, the questions that they had, the things that you walked them through on that deal. Put that out on all of your different social channels and your Google My Business page. We won't talk about that on this video, but you should be taking all of the content that you produce on your Facebook and your Instagram and your LinkedIn. Everybody's ignoring their Google My Business page, and yet the consistency of content on your Google My Business page is one of the most important ranking factors right now on getting you on the front page of Google in your local marketplace. And those are the highest quality online leads that you can possibly generate. People that Google loan officer or mortgage lender in your local area, they see you in the map placement and they call you because of your ratings and reviews. Well, that profile allows you to post status updates, and you should be telling stories of how you're helping your customers, how you're helping change their lives, and what that looks like. That storytelling brings in new customers. We're not talking about rate. We're not talking about products. We're not talking about all the general stuff that we normally try and talk about in the mortgage industry or try to advertise. We're telling the story of the clients. Now, another type of story that you can tell are the stories of your referral partners. Everybody loves real estate stories. That's why HGTV and all of these reality shows about the process of real estate exist. It's entertaining, and it is entertainment, and you can do edutainment where you educate people throughout entertaining content. So talking about interesting deals that you've been a part of and highlighting why that was useful for the audience. Like, that time that person put an offer in on the house, got to 3 days before closing, decided to buy a car and quit their job all in the same day, right? Obviously, that's a little bit of an extreme, But you come across these situations and you hear these stories all of the time, and it's great to take those, turn them around, and put them out to your audience in order to educate them, but also entertain them at the same time. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can interview real estate professionals, right? Going out and taking the time to sit down and do a Zoom meeting or do an actual video in your office with a realtor where you're talking about what's happening in the marketplace right now. What is the volume? How often are homes staying on the market? What's the average price point right now for a detached house? What's the average price point for a condo? Where do they see the market going right now? Are there multiple offers on houses? The content that you can produce by interviewing a real estate expert is engaging to the audience, it's valuable to the realtor, and you can put together an interview show and use that to attract new referral partners to your business, while at the same time generating the content that you need to go consumer direct and get new customers. So that's another type of story that you can tell. Now, a third type of story that you can tell is just about market dynamics in general. So yes, rate updates and stuff are important, but teaching the consumers about the options that are available to them is also a type of story that you can tell. So you can wrap that around a customer that you taught something to, or you can make it in a form of leadership type content where you are producing content in between all of your entertainment content and saying, hey, look, I'm a mortgage professional. I'm really good at this stuff. And today we're going to talk about VA loans. And so if you know somebody who's a veteran, or share this information with them, right? And then that specific content piece is something that you've produced for that specific audience that you want to attract to you. And then you can advertise that content to that specific audience. And you can do that on YouTube, on Google Ads, on Facebook, on Instagram. So you can actually create these little micro verticals of the people that you want to attract in your mortgage business. And every time you have a story to tell in your mortgage business, you take that content and it becomes one of these evergreen little content pieces, where as long as you're advertising it, it can continue to generate leads for you. So I hope you found this valuable. And I wanted to share with you at the end, those of you that have watched to the end, the other major takeaway that I took away from that episode. And Jen said something that really hit me from an authenticity standpoint. And she said to me, you know, Chris, one of the things that's the most important about your content, and she's done her radio show for over 4 years, I believe. So she said to me, the only way that you can really resonate with an audience, be known for that long of a period of time, and continue to generate results from it and compound your results and get better and better results from it, is by being authentic with your audience. You can only be yourself. If you go out there and you try and, be the mortgage expert that has all of the answers, and it's not you, that's not how you would approach the marketplace, it's not going to work. And I had the realization that I've had what I came up with a word for it last night in speaking with my wife Robin about it. And so I call it guru-itis. And in marketing, things have shifted a lot in the last 10 years, with creators being able to turn on a camera, go live, and speak to their audience directly. 10 years ago, when you had a message to put out there, you had to craft it. You had to put it into a format, and then you had to take that format, you had to send it out. There was lead times, production times, everything had to be polished. You really had to think about what you were putting out to the marketplace, whether it was a print ad or any of the other avenues that you had. And that created a specific style of marketing that started to evolve into digital marketing. And that's when a lot of the gurus came out. And I have learned a lot from a lot of gurus over the years. I pay for a high-level mastermind at least once a year. Currently, I'm in 2 of them. And I'm there because the individuals in that group are better at one particular thing than I am. So rather than me taking the time to learn it all, I invest money, and that shortens the time span of how long it's going to take me to become an expert at that specific thing. So I'm trading time or money for time, right? And so as I've been in all of these mastermind groups and followed these, for lack of a better phrase, gurus on how to do things, I started just naturally gravitating to the point where, like, okay, if I'm going to lead in the mortgage industry and I'm going to be the digital marketing guy in the mortgage space, I need to be a guru. I need to do the guru things and send stuff like out. And that has done, very well for Connection Incorporated and myself. But oftentimes, and I would say almost on a daily basis, I have content that I want to share. I have learnings that we're learning in our business. Like, we're growing very rapidly at Connection Incorporated, and I am learning a lot. We are implementing a lot, and we're up to a staff of 20 full-time people. Not that long ago, we only had a staff of 6. So all of the learnings that I've been able to achieve and the mistakes that I've made along the way and the things that I've learned from those mistakes, those are all things that I can share. Our digital marketing funnels, our advertising budget ranges anywhere from between like $40,000 and $60,000 a month that we're advertising, and all of the learnings and the mistakes and the things that we learn from that. That's all stuff that I want to share with you. I'll say this loosely, but my audience, the people that follow me and connect with us. And I think because of that, looking at it from hey, I need to be a leader so that people will listen to me so that they can feel confident investing in our products and services, I'm going to get away from that for a while. I'm still obviously going to be the same guy. We're still going to do the same systems, and in the business, we're still going to get the same results for our clients, which are incredible. businessmarketingclass.com, by the way. Go to businessmarketingclass.com. I've got a small little 45-minute masterclass on the 3 most profitable ways to grow your mortgage business. Head on there, opt in. You'll see what I'm talking about there. But this video is kind of like a line in the sand for me in saying that, you know what? I'm going to put less polish on the stuff that we put out, and I'm going to start to open up a direct communication and a direct content flow for you, because I want to hear your questions. I want to hear what you're struggling with in your business, and I want to help you with those things. Now, there are a lot of things that I can't help you with in your business because I don't know how to do that. But when it comes to marketing and advertising and doing that in a digital format, I'm very, very good at that. And I have a lot more that I can share with you if we take the polish off and I be authentic to you as an audience. So obviously this is unscripted. Obviously I just turned on the camera and decided to go live on YouTube and share with you, and you're going to see a lot more of this content coming from me. So I would love your feedback. If you're on YouTube and you're watching this, please smash the like button. It goes directly into the algorithm and helps us share this message with more people. If you're on Facebook and Instagram, if you could comment, that's kind of like the main thing that gets these things going inside the newsfeed. And I personally feel like I haven't done a great job on our social media engaging people. We put out a ton of content, but it's all a lot, teaching, training, coaching, driving people to resources where they can get education and information. I'm a nerd. I've been a nerd my whole life. Things that nerds struggle with, at least this one struggles with, is like two-way communication and actually having conversations through social media, because I'm a little bit of an awkward guy. So I want to have those conversations. I want to be able to engage with you and answer your questions and help you in any way that I possibly can. And your comments help make that happen. So please hit the like button, comment if you have any questions. If there's anything I can help you with, please leave a comment below. I am happy to do so. And I'm looking forward to creating more of this content for you. I hope you found today's content valuable, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.